All right. Welcome to Vasilisa and
Жил-был
Baba Yaga.
купец со своею женою, и была у него одна едина дочка, Василиса. Жили они ладно ты дружно. И усё бы хорошо, но горя нежданно пришла, заболела жена и умерла. А дочке Василисе 8 годков усего было. Погоревал купец, как и полагается, а что ж одному-то, да и женился на другой. По торговым делам надо было ему из дома отлучиться, да надолго. А мачеха-то, пока его нетути, решила от Василисы избавиться.
Oh. Poor Vasilisa. Yeah, welcome to the game. In this game, you play as Vasilisa, a common story from Russia, and it's a cool folk tale, in my opinion. Yeah, let's play the game. Appreciate the art, and hopefully, yeah, me too. I would be scared too. Hopefully have a good time. It means sorrow, sorrow my sorrow. It's a common folk song too from Russia. Of course, she has so much to sorrow about. Hopefully I'll be able to sing this song in full someday.
Василисе мать перед смертью куклу отдавала и приговаривала: «Береги ее всегда, никому не показывай, а когда беда случится, ты ее покорми и успроси, чего делать».
Alright, Vasilisa, you've got this.
Села Василиса на камень около дороги и куклу достала. Стала ее кормить, а сама ей горится: «Ты, куколка, ешь, да про беду мою послухай. У батюшкином дому живу, а никакой радости. Злая мачеха хочет меня с белого света изжить. Послала меня мачеха за огнем к бабе ее, а я боюсь, она меня съесть. Научи ты меня, милая, как мне быть, да что делать?» Кукла поела, глаза ее заблестели, как 2 свечки. «Не бойся, Василисушка, — говорит она, — ступай, куды посылают, только меня держи всегда при себе. Пока я с тобою, ничего у бабы Яги не случится».
Just saying, Vasilisushka is a diminutive, a nickname for Vasilisa, which, if I remember correctly, means little Vasilisa, or young Vasilisa. Any Russians in the comments? Prove me wrong. I'm still learning Russian.
Василиса собралась, куклу свою в карман положила, да и пошла у дремучий лес.
Alright, we head towards the dark forest. rustling in the field. I wonder what it could be. Oh, not the Rusaka. Oh. Let's find out about the Rusaka. So here's the doll. The doll is a symbolic representation of a person. Russian peasants would use it as a toy, as well as a ceremonial and magical object. Dolls could have been used for witchcraft. According to the legends, if a malicious person hides a doll in someone's house, a kikimora would appear there, an evil spirit that troubles the owners. Plus, we get rid of this spirit by finding and destroying the doll. The doll may begin to behave like a living being under the influence of an evil person that possesses it. According to custom, dolls do not have faces for fear that unclean spirits would be able to make them come to life. In fairy tales, dolls usually act as the helpers of the hero / protagonist. In Vasilisa Prekrasnaya, Vasilisa the Beautiful, the heroine receives a magic doll from her dying mother along with a parental blessing. This tradition can be traced back to the custom of many folk to make a wooden idol or doll in memory of a deceased family member. The doll was fed with what everyone else was eating, and was looked at after it was alive. In gratitude for this, deceased, for whom the seat of the soul was the doll itself, will help their relatives and descendants. Find out about Rusaka. For a modern city dweller, Rusaka is a sea maiden with a fish tail instead of legs. However, peasants in the South Russian regions use this word to describe the dead, who had temporarily returned from the afterlife, the form of young beauty with a wreath on her head, or a scary woman. Rusaki were thought to come to the world of the living in the middle of summer when rye was in blossom. They walk around the fields, they dance, they swing on branches of trees, they either trample or protect crops. In addition to rye or wheat fields, one can meet the mermaid in the forest, by the water, or like any other dead in the cemetery. In some stories, Rusaki are harmless to people. Others are frightening catch children or adults stuck in fields. Rusaka tickles her victim so that the person laughs endlessly, loses his strength, and eventually dies. Rusaka can present herself to a young man if he chooses to walk alone on summer nights. In one of the stories, Arusaka took the form of a beautiful girl, meets a young man on the road and asks him to kiss her. He was just in time. It was impossible to see the girl's face, as it was obscured by hair, and that she wasn't crossing the river over the bridge, but directly across the water. He realized Arusaka was before him and didn't allow himself to be harmed. In the Russian north, the word Rusaka can be used to describe a she-devil or a vodnyanika. Vodnyanika is most often seen by a rock or the water, where she combs her long black hair with a golden comb. Wherever a human turns up, the vodnyanika hides in the depths of water. Even so, people still fear the vodnyanika, would avoid going into the water in areas where she was found to be sitting. It was believed that the count of vodnyanika signified impending doom.
Вышла Василиса на берег реки, широкой-приширокой, и слыша, будто шуршить кто это. Говорит ей кукла: «Это водянихи камышами по ночам шатают сють. Коль тебе увидят, защекочут до смерти. Ты у лодку садись да плыви тихо, на глаза им не попадайся».
Okay. Our objective is do not be seen by Rusaki. Wait, Yannicka. Yannicki? Get into the boat as I get into the boat. You got it. Yeah, look at the Rusalku. Cool. Yeah, you can see me. Haha. There we go. Whoa! Yeah, look at them. There's so many. Come on. Past it one. Yeah, there we go. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, that was so close. I don't know this song. I should probably know it. Come on, come on. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Oh no. They're just gonna pop up around her anyways. No! We got dragged down. And here we are. In the waters. I don't know how she's walking down here in the water. It's some magical stuff, I swear. There we go. Get dunked on, spooky monster. Oh, what is this?
Вдруг как выскочил перед Василисою черт речной. Дорогу перегородил и, не давая дальше пройти, лапами маша, зубами щелкая.
What is Анчутка?
Испужалась Василиса, а кукла ей говорит: речная нечисть тебе проходу не давая. Не горси, отпусти меня, я с ней справлюсь.
We love the doll. Let's see if the Anshutka. Oh, empty house creature. Abandoned houses are one of the places where man can encounter demons. Empty abandoned building exists on the edge of the human world and is therefore at the mercy of evil forces. According to various stories, devils dance in empty houses at night, the Kikimora settles in uninhabited houses, and mysterious voices are heard near abandoned warehouses or stables at night. In some cases, it isn't the evil spirits simply occupying abandoned houses, but people being forced to abandon their homes due to the activities of the evil spirits. One of the stories tells about a house that was built using some slabs from a cemetery. Why would you do that in the first place? The dead were dissatisfied with such treatment with the gravestones and, quote-unquote, sent the most agitated Kikimora to live in the house. It did not hesitate to scare the tenants away from the house and to remain, forever and unconditionally, the owner of the house. And that's it so far. Take the doll out. Let's get rid of these Anshutka. Oh no. I need to be more careful with this. Yep. Stupid Anshutka. Let's try this again. Womp womp. Yanchutka is right there already? Alright, one Yanchutka down. 3 Yanchutka. Давай. Oh, she gets stole a kiss on the head. Hello, Rooster. Oh, I forgot this puzzle. So it's gonna be a lot of... Yeah, the rooster is dead. Is it up? Right? Did I just do the puzzle first try?
Дюжа уморилася Василиса у этом лабиринте.
Давай.
Выдохнула и дальше пошла.
Alright. Let's continue forward, Vasilisa. Hold on. That kinda... Did you see that in the back? For a second, it kind of looked like SpongeBob's house to me. I don't know why. And my eyesight needs fixed. Oh. Little river spirits. They look scared of something. Hey. Добрый день. Oh. Yeah. I think we found the thing that we're scared of. Really? Anchutka again? Let's beat their butts. I think the Anshutka are smarter than I am. Yeah. I just... Yeah, I need to be careful of the bread. Anshutka? Leave me alone. Yay! We did it! Let's see. What is this creature? There's a cow! Why is there a cow down here? Nothing makes sense in this underwater river world. Just cows.
Слыша Василиса, будто кто-то плачет. Ей кукла и говорить. Видать, у беду кто попал. У водяного у плену томится. Ты меня отпусти, а я...
Oh, Vodunoi is holding someone captive. Why did the Vodunoi do that? Whack the barrel. There we go. Salt is a remedy against evil spirits. It is worth saving for later in case you have to deal with Vodunoi. I see. Let's take the salt. Got a feeling we'll have to deal with Vodunoi. like the shoes that she has. They're traditionally made out of birch bark, if I remember correctly. I can't remember the name for them at the top of my head, though. Noise house. Okay. I think we have to go this way. Come back. Enter the gate. The Woljinloi even has his own house. Oh. That's what we saw earlier. Was the Woljinloi. Oh, yeah, that is Woljinloi.
Глядіть, Василиса, чудище рячное на дне лежить. Ей идти-то дальше страшно стало. Кукла Василисе и говорить. Не бойся ты его, погляди, спить он. Иди помаленечку, ты плавники не зацепи, и все хорошо будет.
These things move. Very close. Oh! Oh, it's stupid отжутка. Очень жутко. Вау! Alright, let's see. Again, how do spins move? Шутка. They really like showing up to ruin the party. There we go. Yeah. Sometimes you can see them though, so. Yep. There we go, okay. Whoa, look at this beast.
Проснулся водяной, увидал Василису, схватил ее, опутал ряскою и не хочет отпускать. Дюже ему хотелось, чтобы она под водою у него осталась.
Alright, let's read about the Woljinloi. Can we? Woljinloi. Water-dwelling demonic creatures are known by various different names. In the south of Russia, children are told scary tales of Bespyatye or Chutkas. Bespyatye? I think I said that right. Bespyatye and Chutkas. Swift evil spirits that dwell in the water. In the Russian north, they speak of Lembois, which are small, gray-haired creatures with long arms and short legs. Lemboy? I think it might be Lemboy. Some say that the Lemboy, caught by a fisherman in a net, rewards them a good catch if they let it go. The term shut or shutovka is used to refer to water-dwelling imps. Local folklore of the Vladimir gubernia. I'm trying here. Includes the story about a woman kidnapped by an evil spirit and then taken to the Shrutovke's lair. In the Euro region, Shrutke and Shrutovke are said to be found in pond and lake beds that are overgrown with seaweed. In the Archangelisk region, the rivers are inhabited by shulikuns, described as black, scaly, horned creatures wearing pointed iron hats with burning eyes and fire in their mouths. During the Vyatki, Christmastide, the shulikuns come out of their ice holes either on a sleigh, in a copper cauldron, or even in a heated stove, passing through the streets in the dead of night, holding pans full of hot coal, peering through windows, and dragging girls back to the ice holes. They can also catch children playing outside after dark with a burning hook and pull them into the swamp. Consequently, encountering a shulikun can be deeply unsettling experience, potentially causing madness for those who come across them. Interesting. Salt is a traditional symbol of wealth, well-being, and hospitality, as well as a universal protection against evil. Due to its strong taste, salt, along with strong tasting or smelling substances and burning, prickly, sharp objects, falls into the category of charms against evil spirits and is considered a powerful magical tool. According to various beliefs, salt was thrown into the fire to overcome Leshy and his schemes. Salt was poured over to the crown of children's heads to protect them from evil eye. Salt was thrown into the four corners of the barn to rid the cattle of corruption. Salt was also carried around to protect against all sorts of misfortunes. The Vodjanoi's house. The Vodjanoi can have his own underwater dwelling, but it's described differently. Some stories refer to crystal chambers, others to an ordinary house, a hut, or a lair. Based on many accounts, if certain conditions are met, a person could spend a long time in the Vodjanoi's dwelling, despite being located underwater. Vodjanoi can invite over people who are associated with him through their line of duty. For example, it is believed that people who work at watermills can share food and drink with the Vodjanoi, and even spend the night underwater. However, in general, such visits are not safe. Not everyone is able to visit the Vodjanoi's house and safely return home. People who do not follow the rules of the other world can remain in the grasp of the underwater host forever. Alright. Let's fight this son of a... This fight is really difficult for me though. Because look at how much seaweed you have to free Vasilisa with. There we go. Achoo! If there are any Russians who end up watching this video, Привет! I'd like to learn more about the folk songs that are being played. And if you have any stories about these types of creatures, like the Vodjanoi, or Rusaki, if any you grew up hearing any of those stories, I'd love to hear more. Or if you aren't from Russia, I'd like to hear stories about like your creatures, because every person, every place has folklore, mythology. I think the right mouse spot. Ah! You cannot get me! You tried. You tried. Guys, come on, go away. Aha! You cannot get me. I'm so close to freeing Vasilisa. Come on. my gosh. Yeah! Woo! We did it! We did it! Alright. We did it. Goodbye, водяное. Пока.
И опять кукла Василисе подсобила, чтобы от водяного-то убежать. Пригляделись, а там уж и к берегу рукой подать.
Yay! Shore is in reach. Keep on going.
Идя Василиса и уся дрожью дрожить. И откуда ни возьмися, мимо нее конь скача. Увесь белый, и грива белая, и копыта, и те белые. Святать потихоньку стала.
Oh. Interesting. Yeah, see, look. Водяной. Водяной is a demonic spirit that lives in water, is the lord of the rivers and lakes, and is typically evil. The Водяной lives in the deepest and most dangerous of places, near steep coasts, under maelstroms, and in mud pits under mills. These places are referred to as the devil's home. Tjotlovi Domoivichka. Okay. Tjotlovi Domoivichka. The Водяной also owns black cows that are fat and provide a lot of milk. Sometimes they go out to graze on the shore and be caught up by a nimble enough man, but this is a dangerous business. The Водяной can curse the thief or make the peasant who is eyeing the cows his shepherds. The Водяной comes in many different forms. He can appear as a dirty, naked old man with a long, shaggy beard, hair like seaweed, and burning red eyes. As a water dweller, the Водяной can also look like a big-headed, awkward fish, covered in gray or colorful like freshwater cod with scales. His hands resemble four-figured frog legs. Most often he is half human, half fish. The main joy of the Водяной is to drown people. He grabs people by the hair or leg and pulls them into the depths. People swimming alone at noon or after sunset make especially easy victims. The Водяной is very unwilling to let go of his prey, so in some areas people were afraid to help those that were drowning. That is so scary! You may not want to let the dead body go for a long time. In cases when the body could still be found and brought to the surface, the black and brown spots covering the drowned body were seen as fingerprints of the Водяной. Its corpse was especially hideous. People could believe that it was fake, and the drowned man was still underwater. The Водяной would keep the captured men as his servants and the women as his wives. Nevertheless, the Водяной is not always so evil. In the Russian north, it was believed that he could help the fishermen. The Водяной was friends to fishermen. They gave him bread, grain, boiled eggs, lamb head, or even a whole ram. A satisfied Водяной would provide them with a good catch. When angry one would scare the fish and tear the tackles. And then this. In Slavic culture, the horse is an extremely important animal, connected primarily to the idea of activity, movement, or transformation. The image of the horse is closely associated with death, transportation to the afterlife, but is also at the same time with vitality and fertility. In different folklore retellings, a horse or horseman on a horse can be related to the sun, the time of day, and time of year, and can figuratively embody the change of time. According to some Russian beliefs, the sun runs through the sky on a fiery horse with light and heat emanating from it. In the Russian fairy tale Vasilisa the Beautiful, the white, red, and black horses correspond to the dawn, the midday sun, and the dark night, respectively. In fairy tales, a horse helps the hero to enter the other worlds, to overcome the obstacles separating the other world from the human one. In some cases, the horse even helps defeat the main enemy. Many stories use the prophetic horse trope. The animal is able to foresee the future and give the hero some good advice. Apart from that, the magical horse can take part in the miraculous transformation of the hero. Little Ivan crept into one of his horse's ears and crept out at the other a youthful warrior, so handsome that no lovely maiden ever dreamed the like of him in her dreams, and 100 sages meditating for 100 years could not have imagined it. The birch tree was its. Oh, is it? Yeah, look at that. We will continue reading later. Let's keep on going forward. Looks like somebody's crying again.
Кадыш пошла на дачу.
Oops, sorry. Once again, somebody was crying for help. Bop, 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 bop. Hey, what will you give us? Is it more salt? I think so. Good job, little doll. What if it's actually... What if it's actually her mother's spirit guiding her along in the form of the doll? I've never really thought about that before, but that's probably the case. Alright, let us continue. Oh! Creature. Some type. I don't know what this spirit is. Whatever it is. There we go. There's the birch tree.
Стоит на островке береза. Говорить кукла Василисе. Не проходи мимо. Повяжи ленту на енту веточку. Вдруг и тебе ее помощь понадобится.
Let's try a ribbon. Now let's read about the birch tree. Like, thank you. Birch tree. The birch tree was assigned a special magical and ritual importance. It was associated with girls and women in many rites as well as folklore writings. The birch tree was connected to a special ritual called the cuckoo's burial. Participants were women and girls. Different demonic beings, often those in female form, were often linked to birch trees. According to Ukrainian, Belarusian, and Russian beliefs, Rusaki can be found in the branches of the birch tree, and witches use birch sticks or brooms to travel. Underneath the birch trees, one can find the children of a wood spirit in a female form. Lusafiki. I think that's how you say it. In fairy tales, the birch tree is also connected to the female image. For example, the kidnapped daughter of the Tsar, who was bewitched by an impure spirit, turns into a birch tree. In one of the versions of the Baba Yaga fairy tale found in Afanasyev's collection, the birch tree that grew near Baba Yaga's house was instructed to whip the girl's eyes out. However, the girl tried the birch tree with a ribbon and it let her go. Let's save. Oh. I guess the Rusaki is still around. Oh, no. That was close. Save here.
Видя Василиса озеро широчайшее, как ей переплыть? Как до ентого берега добраться? Нужно нам с тобою чего-нибудь найти, на чем переплыть можно будет, говорит ей кукла. Отпусти меня, небось я что-нибудь придумаю.
Alright. I love that it takes a little, I think it's a tiny distaff. Oh. There we go. Goodbye, wood spirit. There we go. It's so beautiful, the music. Makes me feel at home. Now this gets a bit scary.
Во страсть-то какая! Чудище из трясины торчить! И как к нему подступиться, как на этот берег перебраться? Може, соль поможа, нечисть дюжа соли боится.
Drop the salt! Yeah. This is just such a fun game. Into the fog. Alright. I'm gonna mess this up.
Через тую речку перекладинка лежит, через тую речку перекладинка лежит.
Go down.
Там мы шли, проезжали,
Then up.
там и шли, проезжали.
Let's go right. Nope. Right is not the answer for that one. Might be up then. Yep, it was the answer.
А кому из нас наперед иди,
Alright.
а кому из нас наперед иди. Старшая сестра наперед пошла,
it down. There we go.
Блудила, блудила по туману Василиса. Ну, правильную дорогу нашла.
We're spirits again. Spirits that I don't know. Oh, they can... Rock spirits. Gadang dong. I love they have their own little haircuts. All of them. Hey, that was actually pretty easy. I say. Alright. Uh-oh. What is that? I don't know what that is. Oh, tie the ribbon. I like how it's red too. I know red is like symbolizes things.
У тумане страшные рожи Василисе мерещутся. Ежели долго на них глядеть, страсть как жутко станя, аж них с ума сойти.
Sorry, I did that too early. Let's take a look at this. Blazna. The ability to mislead or misrepresent a person and create illusions is attributed to various evil spirits. It is often difficult to understand whether a real encounter with a supernatural being is described in a story if the person just imagined it. Strictly speaking, when talking with mythological creatures, it's almost possible to draw a clear distinction between actual interaction and empty fantasy. Evil spirit might be stocky, strong, huge, making it feel real, but at the same time it casts no shadows, leaves no traces, the ability to change its appearance endlessly, suddenly appear, disappear, or become invisible. According to some stories, meetings with evil spirits have an individual or subjective nature. One person might be seeking devils, while the others who are nearby may not. According to one story, several people encounter a musician playing alone in the forest. They try to take him home, but the musician resists. He claims that there are dancing boys and girls around him, but no one else can see them. Blazna. Let's read about this. Bolotnik. Okay. Eastern Slavs believe that the swamp is an impure and scary place, and the opposite of the normal human world. It is dangerous and trembling, neither water nor earth. Mysterious sounds and voices can be heard on the swamp. It's easy to lose your direction. It's believed that evil forces nest there. It is they who lead people astray and try to drag them into the bog. It is said that here there lives a special spirit in this swamp, the Bolotnik. He looks like a man with long arms, covered in gray hair, and has a long hooked tail. The Bolotnik can bellow like a cow, or quack like a duck, or suddenly burst into a guffaw, and like any other evil spirits from the swamp, he tries to drag innocent passerby into the swamp. According to some beliefs, the Leshy can inhabit the mossy swamp, not just the forest. The Ural, the swamp Leshy, is called Etsibal. The Vol'jin can also live in the swamp. It looks like a bearded old hunchback with feet and a tail of a cow. The swamp is a place for living people to meet with dead people. It is believed that the lights on the swamps come from the dead wandering with a lantern in their hands. Specifically those who were cursed by their parents in life and are called the Fornaniki. The Fornanik may look like a scary, huge fur-covered creature. Or Vasilisa. That was close. Come on. There you go. Pass by that. No difficulty. Uh-oh.
Нежданно-негаданно земля под ногами задрожала, вода уся рябая стала. Поднялся из трясины болотник, ухватил Василису, тиною опутал и не давая из болота выбраться.
Let's try this fight once. I might have to redo it a couple times. Oh, and my heart is pumping for this one. Get away from there. I need to go there. There we go. There we go. I ran out of salt. Oh dear. That was gonna happen. Shit. Darn it. Should have seen that coming. Come on. Oh, we only have one bread left. There we go! There we go! There we go! Well done!
Совладала кукла с болотником, освободила Василису, тепереча можно дальше идти.
That's the first time I actually beat that fight, so I'm very excited for that. There we go. Now we can go further, away from the swamp. Beyond the swamp. Woo!
Подходит Василиса к темному лесу. Скача мим ее другой конь, сам красный, и грива у него красная.
I see.
А тут и солнце усходить стало.
Oh, this is a bit eerie. Do we got the Baba Yagas?
Видя Василиса на полянке избушку.
Oh, somebody's been locked up. Sorry, I keep pressing the button because I want to get to the action. But I should whack, whack, whack. Another spirit. Do we give us salt? Thank you for the salt. We're gonna need it for whatever spirit lies ahead.
What?
What? What? I don't know what that was. Oh. Whoa, what kind of spirit is this? Looks like a deer bear. Dead deer bear thing. Alright, so it tries to mislead us. Wow. Bones. Whoa.
Напала Василиса на тропку самого лешего. И
О,
дюжа
леший.
долго потом из лесной чащи выбраться не могла. Плутала, плутала и чуть погодя вышла на нужную дорогу.
Leshy. Let's see that's in our encyclopedia now. Forest hut. Okay. During the hunt, hunters could leave the house for days at a time and make their way deep into the forest. Winter bunkers and huts were specially built in the woods for the hunters who had gone far away from home or had lost their way. In this small house you could find everything necessary for the hunters to rest, wait out the weather, prepare food, and sleep. These hunters' huts, which were set up in desolate wild places far from human settlements, would become places where terrible things happened. According to tales, a person could be crushed by the terrifying shadow in a forest hut. The sound of dancing or knocking on the walls could be heard. Invisible force would frighten the hunting dogs, yank the sleeping person from the stove bench, and drag him out of the hut. Sometimes one could encounter an evil spirit in the flesh. He would warm up by a furnace, lay on blank beds, and appear to people in the form of an old man in a fur coat. Since the forest had stayed empty for long periods of time, the hunter was a guest in them, and the real owner was revered by the Leshy. Therefore, before settling in such a place for the night, a polite request should be voiced. "Oh, let us in, master of the forest, to find shelter from the dark night until morning." That's scary. I think we might have found the Leshy. Yeah, that's the Leshy. Has to be.
Глядеть, а перед нею пни и коряги наволены, да так, что дальше никак не пройтить. Говорить она: «Помоги мне, куколка, я без тебе из этой страсти, из этого бурелома и не выберусь».
Alright, pick up though. silly little spirit. Alright, let's keep going. Forwards into the wood.
Тихо у лесу стало. Только слыхать, как деревья стояросовые скрипять, а на ветках у них вороны черные сидять. Говорить кукла Василисе: туды нам помаленечку идти надо, чтобы лишний раз никого не тревожить.
Okay, so the tree spirits here. Oh, so you have to be real careful with this one. Go. Really? Was I not hidden? Let's send me way back to the beginning then. The crows are just staring. This is nerve-wracking. Come on, come on, come on. There we go.
Глядіть, Василиса, а идти дальше некуди, аба полоні лес стяною стоїть. «Кыды ж пойдем под землю с тобою», — говорить кукла. «Будем серед корней пробираться».
I see. Guess we go down. a feeling something's gonna take us or jump out at us.
Oi!
Trying to discover the tactics. Get out of here. Spawn creature. There we go. Oh. Bone hands. Another creature. There we go. Got through. But I have a feeling.
Выходит, Василиса из-под земли и 3 шагов ступить еще не успела, как леший из чащи выскочил, догнал ее, ухватил, корнями опутал, не отпуская ее из леса.
Alright, let's see what we can do. Hi, Leshy. I have to run this fight a couple times, I think. Oh no, the Leshy's small. Yeah, we'll have to run for this fight again, probably. What happened? I didn't even see what happened. Wow. Alright. I think we're going to leave it at the Leshy fight. I might have to watch a tutorial myself in order to defeat it. So, thank you so much for watching the episode. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. Bye!